Alright folks, this is Pitching Ace 88. We are back. Playing Criminal Case on Facebook. Case number 24, Anatomy of a Murder. Going on to Chapter 3. Where we're going to actually figure out who killed him and why. Because of the book, yeah, we heard this. In the book, the villain taxidermies his victims alive, just like what happened to Wilfred. And do you know how they catch the killer? It's thanks to the museum curator, who on page 198 gives them a vital piece of information about how the victims got taxidermied. Yes, I know this is real life, Ace. But still, what do we have to lose by talking to Cornelia, please? And you're right, we should also finish up things at that abandoned garden before it starts to rain. Yeah, I would go there probably first. And I swear, man, this just gets crazy. Just absolutely crazy. I honestly don't know what to say. I mean, these people are idiots. I mean, you know you're gonna get caught. There's a wolf. That's definitely gonna be part of it. Yep, it is. That snail shirt. I think that's a shirt. Yeah, it is. A broken box. Is that a broken box? No. Oh. Oh wow, so we got a broken box. We got a shirt that's bloodied. And we got a wolf. Oh. Shoot, I thought for sure he would have been it. So we're looking for the paw print. I forgot we're looking for a dog, not a wolf. Anyways, look like the shirt you found has the owner's initials embroidered on its pocket. WT. Idiot. You're right, this shirt belonged to Wilfred Turnscrew. The killer must have left it here when they dressed him up for the exhibit. There seems to be some kind of marking on the shirt, but do you think you can recover it so we can see it more clearly? And about this broken box, would you mind piecing it back together? Would I mind? Of course I wouldn't mind. I would love to do your job for you. Let's examine the broken box first. Alright, let's see. Let's start with this. Hamlet by... Oh, really? He wrote Hamlet, did he? Interesting. Very, very interesting. Yeah, let's go here. I'm very curious as to what this is. Let's hurry up this so I can figure it out. Is this like one of his first books? Nicely done, Ace. So that broken box you pieced together from the abandoned garden is in fact a... What is this? It's a diorama. Okay, thanks for the info. To me it's just mice dressed up like people. The label on it says it's a scene from Hamlet. And there's even the name of the person who made it, Stanley Turnscrew. So Stanley dabbles in theater-themed taxidermy, and this also proves he was on the scene of the murder. I think it's time we went to talk to him, don't you, Ace? See, I told you. And I think he does some taxidermy. Interesting. Knew there was something fishy about this. Okay, what the heck are you doing here? Oh! So we're gonna be looking for people with the patches on them. Right, Ace, the symbol you recovered from the victim's shirt does look like it comes from the museum badge. But how can you be so sure that it was the victim who was wearing the museum badge? Well, let me get this straight. First of all, these badges are cheaply made and their ink has a tendency to rub off easily. So far, okay. Then you pointed out the symbol on the shirt was backwards. And it is true, we know for a fact the killer had to lean over the victim for long periods of time during the taxidermy process. Oh, I get it now. From that, you deduce the friction from the close contact made by the badge's ink bleeds backwards into the victim's shirt. And that's how you found out that it's our killer who's wearing a museum badge. You're a genius, Ace. Yeah, I kind of am. I'm pretty awesome. I'm patting myself on the back, although you guys can't see it. Believe me, Captain Ace, if I had any more information about this grisly murder, I'd tell you. Are you absolutely positive you didn't notice anything more? Any extra details could help us solve this case? I have nothing. It was just all so unexpected. Museums aren't meant to be a place of calm and respect, not of such savagery. I'm a mess. All this stress is giving me such bad heartburn. It even stopped me from going to see my favorite play. What shocks me most is I've received calls from art collectors and museums wanting to buy the victim for their own collections. Can you believe it? Well, the killer definitely got the attention they wanted, that's for sure. Huh. That's true, Ace. As the museum's curator, Cornelia is naturally great at sewing stuffed animals back together. And I admit, it was silly of me trusting a book to solve this case. But since we're already here, what do you say we search the place? Oh, it could be her, too. Huh. You know what? I'm super, super curious about this. Oh, you repaired my... Oh, look at the background! This is from the first case. You repaired my precious diorama. Thank you so much, Captain Ace. You thank us by explaining what your diorama was doing in that abandoned garden, which so happens to be where the murder took place. I asked my brother to meet me there to propose turning that place into a gift shop themed around his book and my art. I make all these beautiful mice dioramas, and I do everything. I even sew their clothes. I know I could sell them for a lot of money, but Wilfred disagreed. He mocked me and called me a loser. I lost my temper and threw this diorama at him. But now, look who's laughing. I told you. Told you he's a good suspect in my eyes. I mean, we gotta learn now that he has heartburn, but I have a feeling we'll learn it sooner or later. Alright, so we got 8-ball, egg, flower necklace, orlay, red shoe, hat. Okay. And a skinning knife. I'm assuming that's probably not the knives that I'm seeing. I see a machete and I see that knife. Oh, there it is. There it is. A skinning knife. That's pretty disgusting. 8-ball, red shoe, egg, hat. Under 30 seconds, just the way I like it. Good job, Ace. A knife right next to where our victim's body was. What are the odds? I agree. If you could use your magic to decipher the knife's serial number, we might be able to trace its owner. If we trace its owner, maybe they'll kindly explain to us what this knife was doing on the crime scene. You know what? I would actually have to agree with you there, Sparky. Nope. Q. Yep. 7 could definitely be it. This could be another A. There we go. Knew it wasn't gonna be another X, even though I thought it looked very much like one. Great job, Ace. Now let's send the serial number from the knife you found in the museum over to Alex for him to trace. How long are you going to need to take, Alex? Oh, 30 minutes? That's not bad. Alright, well, it looks like I'll be back in 30 minutes. See you guys later. So now that we have the serial number... So I ran that serial number from the knife you found on the crime scene through the database. Before I tell you who it belongs to, let me first tell you that Grace checked the knife out and found faint traces of blood on it. Blood belonging to your victim, so this knife is our murder weapon. Yep, and according to the serial number you gave me, this knife belongs to James Savage. Hey, since the murder weapon belongs to James Savage, this is more than enough to detain him. Let's go get him. Alright, you do it, not me, man. They said he was dangerous. James, you're being placed under detention as a chief suspect in the killing of Wilfred Turnscrew. That's insane. I'm not your killer. A skinning knife of yours, the one Wilfred was murdered with, suggests otherwise. I lost that knife a few days back. Look, I admit that I beat up Wilfred. He taunted me. He said he was going to buy out the forest, and I just started hitting him. He was in bad shape, and I probably should have taken him to the doctors, but when I left him, he was alive. I didn't kill him. Well, we've still got 24 hours to prove that you did, and in the meantime, enjoy your stay in the cell. James Savage is asking for some heartburn medication. Is it alright if I go get some? Even after all this, you're still unconcerned he's our killer, Ace? Or uncertain? Very well, let's keep up the investigation. Consider James innocent until proven guilty. Ah, Captain Ace, Officer Jones, I've just baked a fresh batch of cookies. They're still warm. Thank you, Margaret, but you shouldn't have come all this way just to give us cookies. Oh, I didn't come here just to give you cookies. I also came here to give you a quite possibly vital piece of your investigation. You see, I often tour the museum with my trusty metal detector. This time around, I didn't find many coins, but I did find a sewing needle. Given that our taxidermist victim got sewed up, it might be of interest to us, so thank you, Margaret. However, this needle is too small for us to do anything with. It's a job for Grace's bionic microscope. I promised you I'm not giving the job to someone else just so I can eat cookies, Ace. No, actually, I kind of believe you. I think that this is a task for her. It's probably going to take her like 6 hours. Yep. Knew it. 6 hours, and then I arrest this victim. Sweet! Can't wait.
And we're back. Let's figure out about the sewing needle. I analyzed that needle Margaret got from the museum, and I found skin particles from your victim from where the needle threaded through his skin. But I also found skin particles from your killer when they pricked themselves on it. Often happens with sewing unless you have a thimble handy. The sample got corroded by the needle's metal, so I couldn't extrapolate as much as I wanted to from it. But I can tell you your killer has green eyes. Thanks, Grace. Well, Ace, now we've got everything we need to arrest our green-eyed killer. The question is, are you ready? Well, you know what? I was born ready. Alright, time to think out who I did it. It is him. I'm almost positive it's him. No, he doesn't have heartburn. He doesn't have green eyes. He has like orange eyes. The curator. Interesting. But why? Wow, interesting. Okay, I'm curious to know why. Cornelia Trent, we're placing you under arrest for the murder of Wilfred Turnscrew. What? That's impossible. Why would you even think that? Impossible? That's what I thought at first, until I heard Captain Ace's brilliant deduction. Here, I'll repeat it for you. See, at first I was convinced that James had brutally murdered Wilfred Turnscrew. He has strong motive, and people here are afraid of him. Furthermore, the autopsy showed that Wilfred was taxidermed while unconscious, and James admitted to beating Wilfred into unconsciousness, so it all pointed to him. But that's when Ace put it all together and realized that you must have witnessed the whole event, and when James left, took the opportunity to kill Wilfred. All the evidence leads to that conclusion, Cornelia. The question is why you did it, but we'll let you keep that story for the judge. No, you're wrong. You're lying. You can't do this. I'm tired of repeating myself. I didn't commit any crime. I'm innocent. Cornelia Trent, Captain Ace has presented more than enough evidence that incriminates you. Fine, I admit it, but I had no choice. People stopped coming to the museum because they were only interested in those stupid crime scenes from Wilfred's book. Without visitors, I had to sell these silly badges to keep the museum alive. Do you know how humiliating that is? But since my brilliant murder, visitors can't stop coming. It has breathed new life into my museum. They find it exciting once again. Well, it shocks and saddens me that you think taking a life can be justified by this. Miss Trent, you savagely murdered a complete stranger, a man who had done you no wrong, and for that, you are hereby sentenced to life imprisonment. I can't believe Cornelia actually thought that by killing a man she could save the museum. I'll never understand people like that. And that's why I made the mistake of looking for the suspect with the strongest murder motive. But you saw right through it and realized the truth. This is why you're so great at your job, Captain Ace. It really is. I am pretty good at my job. I'll have to give myself that little pat on the back. But anyways, guys, stay tuned as I wrap up the additional investigation. This is my Pitching Ace 88. Over and out.